Hey guys, morning. Only just, I know, but yeah, I just wanted. I felt really drawn today to come on and speak about, I guess, some of my experiences, kind of really stepping up, following my inner guidance, and how that's kind of shown up for me today. So yesterday I mentioned that I had started a Candida cleanse. It's a detox program that I'd been drawn to doing for, well, about 9 months ago. But I only just felt strong enough to actually kind of go all in and do it. And yesterday I felt great. Yesterday I was stood in my power, I was stood in my sovereignty, I trusted the universe, I trusted myself. Today, last night I experienced some symptoms, I guess, and today, when I took the supplements, I kind of fell into the old pattern of anxiety, and the fear program kind of kicked in. And I thought, oh God, and so it really struck me. Quite often when we align with our heart, when our heart gives us guidance to do something and we take those steps to follow it, all of a sudden we're slammed with all of the fear programs, all of the resistance, all of the, what ifs, that like fly uncontrollably through your head. And it was interesting because I was sat there today thinking, you've stepped up, you've said you're going to do this, and and now it's real, and the going's got a bit tough. What are you going to do about it? And because in all honesty, my old pattern would have been to backtrack, to step back and go, well, I don't know about this. And I can look back at my life and see many, many times when I've done that, when my heart has really pulled me towards doing something. And then the minute I've kind of either committed mentally or started to take action on it, then everything is kicked off. Every fear, all your anxieties, your physical expression of all of that just goes absolutely crazy. And many, many times in my life I've backtracked, I've gone back, I've fallen back into the pattern of the known, because the known is safe. I might not like it, it might not be healthy for me, but I know where I am with it, and this unknown is feeling quite challenging. So this morning I felt, I was going through it. I'm not gonna lie, I was really going through it. But I really felt like, okay, are you gonna backtrack this time? Are you really going to roll things back and step back into the way that you've been? Are you going to stop with this plan? Are you going to stop taking the supplements? Are you going to, let sugar creep back in? And even though I was, experiencing what people class as anxiety, I got my journal out and I started writing to myself, to a higher aspect of myself that would give me guidance in that moment, that would give me the reassurance that I was needing in that moment, so that I could stick to this path, so that I could open my heart. Because when we experience fear, quite often the first thing that happens is our heart closes down. It's like, oh, protection, close down, shut down. And I really didn't want that to happen, because, when we're coming from love, we are in that energy of trust, and love shines the light on fear and enables you to walk through that shadow. So I started writing to myself, and I asked the question, how am I feeling and why? Because I felt so good yesterday, And it basically said, this is just the fear program coming up. Of course the fear program's going to come up. This is what you're here to release. This is what Candida is to me. All of that fear program that I've been brought up with, that I've learned, that I've taken on as my identity, has been embodied, as it were, in this kind of physical form, this physical energy of Candida. And it has controlled my life. Fear has literally controlled my life for the better part of it, to be honest. My decisions were based on fear. What I allowed myself to feel was based on fear. The situations and the choices that I made were based on fear. Most of the time, because like I say, quite often in the past, if I took that step in alignment with my heart, the minute that the resistance showed or the challenge showed, I would step back and go, okay, I'm not going there. That doesn't feel good. So then I said, okay, so what do I get to do? What do I get to do that's different now? To get me out of this sensation, this physical experience of fear. And I felt really drawn to going in the garden and just putting my feet on the ground, just connecting to the earth. And the minute that I did that, I felt myself becoming calmer. And then I came back in and I started writing again. And I wrote, what do I do then? What do I get to do now? And I basically wrote, distract yourself. Distract yourself with something fun. Distract yourself with something that's going to enable you to get into that state where your mind isn't going 100 miles an hour. Now, meditation doesn't have to look a certain way. And quite often I'm in that meditative state. I'm in that centered place where I'm just allowing myself to kind of be and fully be present in what I'm doing when I'm doing things like cleaning the bathroom or, doing some form of housework or cleaning, because my mind just switches off. It's automatic. I can just get really fully present in what I'm doing. And so that's what I did. I sorted out the laundry, I put some clothes away, I did a bit of cleaning, and then I thought, okay, now I feel like I could do something that doesn't, that is a little bit more focus driven. And so I got my silk stuff out, and I got my design, I sorted my silk out, and I created the gutter, and I started doing that. And I found I put some music on just while I was concentrating on what I was doing, and it just brought me completely back into me. It brought me completely back into that place of trust, of why I'm doing this. Yes, I knew I was going to go through challenging points. Yes, I knew, you're doing a detox program. You're going to be feeling something. And yesterday I was fully in that place of trust, that no matter what came up, I knew it was for my greatest and highest good. I trusted myself, I trusted the universe, and I was willing to go through it. Today I had a wobble, but today I chose to respond to that wobble from a conscious place. I remained fully conscious in that moment. I didn't allow that automatic programming to kick in and just take me straight to all of the reactions, all of the reactions that I would have automatically fallen back into, all of the old habits and patterns and ways of being. I allowed myself to be conscious. I allowed myself to check in with myself and ask me, what do I need in this moment? And I got the answer because I gave myself that space to do it. And that's what I think what I want to get across today is, yes, when we move in the direction of our hearts, when we are pulled and called by our heart to do something, and resistance shows up. And that resistance can look in so many different ways. For me, I go into anxiety. I immediately fall into anxiety. That's just my pattern. But for other people, it can be very different. You know, you may feel depressed, or you may go into physical symptoms. But however that resistance shows up for you, it's the commitment to your heart is when you allow yourself to remain fully present and then go into yourself. Don't allow the automatic programs to just start running, because they will, because, you know, that's our habit. And breaking habits takes conscious effort. It takes us to be aware in each moment. But when we catch ourselves, and don't worry if you slip, you know, don't worry if you slip for a moment, as long as you catch yourself and then come back into that conscious awareness and check in with yourself. What do I need right now? How can I shift from where I am right now into somewhere that I want to be? You know, into that centered place where I feel connected to myself, I'm trusting in myself, and I feel able to take forward steps in the direction that my heart was calling me towards again. For me, that was getting myself connected to the earth, going out, feeling grounded, then doing something again that was very grounding for me, something that, you know, doesn't take a lot of focus, but I can fully engage in, which is housework. And again, it's going to look different for everybody. And then, yeah, doing something fun. Because this journey along our path of alignment with our heart is to a place of joy. It's to a place of, for me, freedom, joy, and creativity. So for me, to be free, I have to let go of this fear. I have to walk through the fire of resistance, of however it's going to show up. I have to stay connected to myself, to my truth, to what it is that I want to achieve in my life, how my reality wants to be, how I want to create my reality. And then allow myself to, again, baby steps, you know, take those baby steps. Give yourself the love. Give yourself the love of reassuring yourself, checking in with yourself, being nice to yourself. Don't berate yourself for falling into that old pattern. You know, and for me, it was about surrendering to the experience of anxiety, just letting it flow. Because if I allow it to flow, then it passes through me. I'm not holding on to it. I'm not closing my heart. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. That's what I wanted to leave you with. I can imagine that I am going to have ups and downs along this journey, but at the end of the day, this is in my greatest and highest good. I know that, and I fully believe and trust in that. And I don't know exactly how it's going to feel when I get through this, but I know I'm going to feel fantastic. I know that I'm going to feel so much better than I do when I'm allowing my automatic programs to just continue to take me along this life journey that I've been living up until this point. So for me, ridding myself of the control that Candida has over me, that makes me eat things that are not good for me, and that keep my energy very low. You know, I want to rise above that. I'm determined to raise my vibration above that and to be free of that. And in so doing, free myself from a lot of the fear programs that have been ruling my life up until this point. And like I said yesterday, you know, it's baby steps. It's one step at a time. It's allowing yourself to go as far as you feel able to go in that moment. But again, holding on to what will be. This too shall pass. And the universe is never going to give me anything that I can't handle. And everything is perfect and in perfect timing. All right, that's it for today. Feel free to leave any comments below, or you know, if you have it too. Yeah, emotional sugar eating. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was my go-to place. It's my automatic program, but I I've released a lot of fears over the last few months, doing a lot of shadow work, just going in and having a look, and then that's enabled me to get to the point where I feel strong enough to do this now. But I will keep checking in with you guys. I don't know if it'll be daily, it will depend on how I'm feeling, but I'm really pleased that I was able to shift my energy from where it was this morning to where it is now. And I've just taken some more supplements and I feel fine, and I'm just about to have my next meal. Sans wheat, sans dairy, sans sugar. Alright, have a fantastic rest of the day, guys, and I love you loads. Take care. Bye.